Hey, Alex and Joe here. We're running our weekly recap. This week we spent the entire week working on the triangle choke. From different setups to different situations you might use it, combinations out of it, and then by Friday we're having a lot of fun doing work from standing and doing work from the open guard. Triangle's really versatile. Triangle has a lot of attack options out of it, aside from just the choke. But none of that's effective unless you get all of the steps in to make the triangle choke effective. And probably more than any other choke I see the triangle choke rushed through, hurried, muscled, and the precision lost on it. So what we're going to demo today is a drill we did. We did this all week to go ahead and work on the precision of the triangle and make sure that we're hitting all those little steps. So what we do is on the starting guard, Joe's going to feed a triangle to me. And again, this is just a drill. And the idea behind the drill is I'm making my hips and my legs be precise. I'm making them go where they need to go. The arms, all auxiliary, all secondary. And we're going to take those out of the equation for this drill. If you're doing it in the gi, just grab the gi. If you're doing this no gi, just go ahead and bring the hands out, maybe put them behind your head. But keep those hands out of it because we cheat with our hands a lot. And that's where we start to muscle and we lose precision. We're like, oh, I can cheat this a little bit and I can yank it. Work on the precision of the hips. So, grab your lapels, lock this down, and your partner's just feeding this to you. So the first step in the triangle, the first step in the drill is I'm disengaging my guard, and I'm bringing this foot straight to his hip, and I'm keeping this knee tight to his arm. Now my foot comes out to clear my hamstring, and I drive my hips and my foot high. Look at how much space I have under here where I'm trying to get off the ground and capture very high with my leg. From here, my leg's dropping across the back of his neck, not down his spine, and I see this a lot, across the back of his neck. And as it does so, I'm going to start turning, almost like I'm screwing my body into the board and into the mat and at the bottom here. I'm trying to turn my head, I turn my body, and I'm bringing my heel to my knee on the other side. Notice my toes straight up and down. I should end this motion looking down his arm directly at his ear. I shouldn't be looking at the top of his head. From here, I'm still no arms. I'm again elevating my hips, stepping with the foot, and I'm going straight. Now, watch what my foot does high. I don't just drop this straight. This leads to a lot of muscling to close up the space. I just make a simple turn. My heel goes out, and now I come down, and I'll affect the triangle choke. From here, I simply disengage, come back down. My partner's going to feed me the other triangle now. This hand comes out, this hand goes in, and we're going to work through the same set of mechanics. Disengage the guard, tight motion, foot sets on the hip. Drive the hip up, rotate my foot, and as my hips drop, my heel drops, comes in contact with my knee. Good tight posture, again, no hands. All of my turn is conducted by the push off of his hip and the drop of my body. All of my control on the arm is affected by the position of my knee and my hips. Notice while we're talking about position, my femur is vertical here. I never let my femur slip off to an angle where I create space. My femur is always vertical, my toes are always vertical. Drive the hips up, get used to that. I make my capture, these toes are still pointed. If I let this go loose, not only do I loosen the entire choke and the entire position by making my calf loose, but watch what happens when he postures up. Go ahead and posture, Arjun. I can lose this over the top of my foot. Conversely, if I keep my toes pointing to the ceiling, now posture. Now my foot's not going anywhere, it's locked into position. So as I'm done, I return to guard, and now we just work back and forth. And the idea being is I'm never using my hands. Think about how often have you seen people making adjustments, pulling on the head, yanking on the knee. It's generally because they haven't taken the time to make this motion perfect. And this is a perfect drill to do it. So we'll just run a couple of reps here so you can see it. Up, elevation, capture, triangle. Reset, his partner switches for me. Set, drop the elevation, drive my hips again, get the triangle. And you're just working back and forth for whatever prescription you're looking for. And we're moving through this at a pretty good pace, but go at a pace that lets you work through all those fundamentals. So at a white belt level, go ahead and speed the drill. This might look much more like this pace, where I'm thinking through everything. And I want to feel every motion kinesthetically. So I'm learning to make that part of my jiu-jitsu. As you progress through the belt ranks, by a purple, brown belt, you're going to want to see a little bit more motion. And I still take my time, hit my fundamentals, but I'm moving at a little bit quicker pace. So advance at a pace where you can see all of the fundamentals. If I'm just moving fast to move fast, I'm not helping myself. But as I learn every step and I hit every step, I can accelerate through those steps quicker. And you have to train to do that too, but you can't do that until you hit every step and you understand why we do each step. So, no arm triangle drill, did it all week. Everyone's triangles look a lot better now, including my own. So keep working on that in your off time. Take a look at the rest of the stuff on our channel. Go ahead and subscribe. Alex and Joe, we'll see you next week for our recap.